And hello everybody, I'm the Awesome Jimbo. Welcome back to Let's Play Metroid Prime 2. And so in the last episode, we started the game, and now we have trying to figure out what happened to the Galactic Federation troop that was sent down here. And now we finally know firsthand that they all died within the first couple days. I mean, well, then again, it's not really implied how many days they've been here. Unless, of course, I just haven't been paying attention, which, of course, I was not. Sorta. And, yeah, you get to individually scan each and every single row of chairs to figure out who was sitting where. It's like, oh, Veroni Trooper Icrany. Man, I will miss poor Icrany and poor Huxley sitting in that chair. Yeah, this gives me some Predator vibes now that I have actually seen Predator. Well, I'm not saying I didn't recently see it. I have seen it. It's been a year or so since I've seen it, but it was a good movie. I have a copy of it on DVD, not on Blu-ray, but I have it on DVD on one of my DVD shelves. So, like that. But you know, like the ship with all the Marines, like at the beginning of the movie. I don't know. Predator seems like a movie I should watch again. It was haven't really been in a movie watching mood lately. The night before I recorded this session, I watched The Great Mouse Detective for the first time. Okay, I haven't seen it for the first time. This is the second time watching it, but it was the first time I actually finished the movie, which I have never. I have. Well, the story behind that is we had foster children, and we had to go up to an office, and they were playing Great Mouse Detective, and I'm like, okay, I think I can get behind this. And so I just decided to sit down and watch it, but I never did finish it until. Oh, I didn't finish it, but I stopped like near the end of the movie where there was only like 6 minutes left. If you've seen it, it's like the final fight scene with the main villain, which of course it's a Disney film. Yeah, this is also the first time you actually get to see these things. Man, those stormtroopers had stormtroopers. Those Galactic Federation guys had to fight off a million of these things. I only had to fight 4 of them. That's real challenging. And of course, with Samus, you can practically throw an entire army at her, and she would still come out on top because she's such a badass. Okay. Now you guys are seeing it too, right? I've noticed that there's been some moments where I can lock on to something, but it won't let me. Uh, like, I guess back to the Great Mouse Detective. Like, it was a movie I had seen a good chunk of it. I've seen most of it, but I didn't finish it. But then once I started watching it, I'm like, okay, I remember a lot of this stuff. Uh, there we go. Okay. There's like more war wasps, and you'll also notice that the war wasps here look significantly different than they used to. In the first games. Like, a lot of enemies that returned from the first game have had design overhauls. I do like the designs of the war wasps in this game so much more. I don't remember if they come back in the third game. I guess we'll get to that after we beat this game. We're not going to go to the third game until we beat this game. Which, of course, obviousness is obvious. So, like, my brother had apparently seen the movie, but it hasn't been a while. He's like, sure, let's go ahead and watch it. It's like, one of our things is like we kind of watch a movie on our days off, but except not really because we don't really uphold that because we're just like, yeah, we just want to play video games all day. And as for me, just work on my videos, which I haven't really done that in a while because, like, you guys might have figured it out, but it's just like this from like one of the last episodes of my Metroid Prime, the second to last Metroid Prime video I uploaded for the Let's Play. It's like this month has been kind of hard on me, and I just haven't been motivated to work on the top 10 Injustice 2 characters video. I mean, I promised myself I would try and get it done by sometime mid-September. It's early October, but it's just things have gone down and haven't really had the best time getting there. Go ahead and kill you. But it's not that I've lost hope on finishing this. This scenario did happen before with my top 15 games on 2015. I played 2015 video. If you guys remember that video, like I just stopped working on it because I just got kind of depressed for entirely different reasons, and then I decided to jump back into it. And I'm just like, eh. But it's not that I want to stop working on this video. It's like I didn't really want to stop working on the other video. I made more progress in this video than I did last time because, like, the top 15 games I played in 2015, I played it. I did it. I finished the first half, started working on the second half, and then I just rewatched part one, and I'm just like, my God, this dialogue, the script writing is just atrocious. There we go. It's like yeah. If you guys don't know, I did top 15 games I played in 2015, but I never finished it because the main reason is because I just hate the way I wrote that video, and I put so much work into it. I just didn't want to start over. I'm like, screw it. Let's just scrap the video. I'm like, also said I was going to take it down from YouTube. I haven't really done that because some people obviously like it, but I'm keeping it up there because I'm like, well, I'll just put that up there as an example of how not to write a script because it dragged on. It had the same problems as my top 15 games I played, top 15 platinum games bosses, and it also had more. It also had some other problems. Like with my top 15 platinum games boss battles, I respect what I did with that video because it was the first video I did. But if I could go back and change things, I'd be like, yeah, I would absolutely go back and change some things if I could. Sorry, I didn't lose track. I didn't lose track of what I was saying. I just wanted to let the cutscene play out without any dialogue. But too late for that. So like the top 15 games I played in 20, the platinum games bosses was the first countdown I ever did, and I jumped on board the bandwagon of making countdowns because I'm like, well, I enjoyed watching Autark Flame and Josh Scorcher, and they were also some of my biggest motivations to jump on board the bandwagon. Also, yeah, scan this. This is an entirely different creature. Like, what am I doing? I just scanned that. Ouch. Uh, hey, come on. There we go. There we go. Also, scan that. Dark Alpha Splinter. And yes, that health bar does not lie. This is the first genuine boss fight of the game. And this is the worst first boss fight in any Metroid game I've played. Uh, there, there's the first one. The first fight I think is great. I mean, the Parasite Queen was piss easy, but at least it was amazing in terms of spectacle. But this one, just no. This fight this fight just straight up sucks. And I beat the second phase in less than a minute. Let that be a testament to how pathetic the first boss fight of this game is. But that's not the only complaint I am gonna be making with the boss fights in this game. Trust me. Like, was that really that threatening? I mean, it was just a big old light ball that was potentially scary, but what ifs, no big deal. So, like, top 15 Platinum Games bosses was my favorite video I have. Is my first video I've done, and I'm still proud of it because it was my first stepping stone. But my God, if I could go back and change some things, it's like you might notice a huge difference if you watch my top 15 games that. Damn it, I said it again. Top 15 Platinum Games boss fights versus my top 15 top 10 Mortal Kombat X characters is like there's a huge difference in between how the tone of my voice. Like in my Mortal Kombat video, I'm talking just like I do now, sort of. In the second, I was like, how the heck does it know what a Luminoth is? I didn't even meet the first Luminoth. Let's go ahead and do this thing. Alright, I'll do the voice. Do not be afraid. I am Yomos, Sentinel of the Luminoth. Please listen and hear of our words, pal. Like, you guys like my voice? Let me know in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe if you like my Yomos video voice. Long ago, a cosmic object fell to our planet, Aether. Exploding with great force, a rift was torn in time and space, and a strange power flowed over the world. Where once there was one Aether, there were now two, one of light and one of shadow, each existing in its own dimension. It was the end of peace on Aether, for a new race was born that day on that dark world, one filled with hate and terrible power. They are the Ing. The Ing are creatures of shadow and darkness, knowing nothing of peace or mercy. For decades we stood against them, yet we now lie on the verge of defeat. When Dark Aether was born, our planetary energy was divided, half for our world and half for theirs. Should one world gain control of this energy, the other will perish. Before you arrived, the Ing had stolen a device from us, one that collects planetary energy. With it, they have weakened our planet to the verge of collapse. But fortune smiled upon us this day, for the energy transfer module is now bonded to you. With it, you can help us restore our world. You're our only hope, Samus. First of all, how do you even know her name? Should we fall, the Ing will look to the stars for new planets to ravage and conquer. Your species could be their next victims. The Ing have taken our energy to 3 temples on Dark Aether. Find these temples and transfer the energy from them to our own. I have updated your map system with the location of another temple. There is knowledge there that can help you on your way. I have also updated your translator module. You can now access devices and doors coded with violet holograms. Many lands are now open to you. Prepare well for your journey. The Ing now know you possess the energy transfer module. They will try to recover it at all costs. Return to me once you have restored the energy to a temple. I will aid you as I can. May the light of Aether shine upon you. Well, thanks a lot, Mothman. So, like, yep, that's basically the gist of it. And you think that he would have just said that you would say no, but it's like these creatures could easily destroy this planet and be like, hey, let's go after Earth next, which they never really built up on Earth within the human Earth in this universe much, except for maybe Other M. Sorry to bring up the existence of a hated game. Oh, so while I'm at it, I do just want to finish what I've been saying about my Platinum Games video. It's like, but it's just in that, but like comparison, it's like, oh man, I sound like this, like, oh, Triborg is my favorite character because this, and he's so awesome. And in my Platinum Games video, I'm like, so in this video, we're just going to be talking about a bunch of stupid shit of video games where people have an obsession with girls' asses. I didn't really say it like that, but makes it so funny. But like, so we don't have the morph ball, but oh wait, we don't have that either. Well, I guess they just wanted you to know that no, you can't do that, son. Like, you think you can cheese the game and get a power up early? No, you can't do that. We won't let you do that. So, like, if I could go back, and another problem with the top 15 Platinum Games bosses, this also extends to top 15 games I played in 2015, is that each segment drags the hell on. I mean, I remember that it's like the first half, which is like 7 entries, like lasted like over half an hour because I just didn't know when to end it. It's like my segment for talking about Injustice 2, no, the first Injustice being one of my favorite games of 2015, I'm just like, wow, if I were an outside YouTuber, if I were a person just jumping into this, I probably would have given up because holy shit, this guy doesn't know how to shut up. It doesn't know when to get on with it. And that's true. That's my biggest problem with both those videos because they do kind of drag on. I do have a tendency to drag on because I have quite a bit to say. There we go. Wait, it was the third one. Did I get the third one? Oh, right. Oh, there it is. There we go. You're so inconsequential. You just really need to loosen up. And of course, but then I watched Dead Man Wonderland, and like the subject matter of that anime was just so depressing that I was like, I felt depressed for the longest time, and I just stopped working on it. I finished part 1 of the games I played in 2015, and then I just stopped because I just got so depressed. But then it was around that. Wait, let me remind myself what happened then. No way. I think I was working on my my next countdown was going to be top 10 God of War bosses, but I never got around to doing that, and because my computer died on me. That's when the first time my computer just kind of shat the bed because it just refused to turn on. Whereas the last time I had to take a forced hiatus. This is not exactly a forced hiatus with countdowns. It's just I just want to. The main reason I just want to get some. I'm having some personal issues going on in my life right now. I just want to resolve those, which hopefully won't take too long to do, but of course with stuff like that there's no guarantee. And then I got back to working on it, and I'm just like, wow, this script is just terrible. Well, for one, I didn't even fully finish the script. until I started working on the video, which don't do that. Which, word of advice, don't do that. That's a very bad idea. So, like, take that video as a lesson on how not to make a countdown, because, oh my gosh. I would, if I could go back in time, I would, it's like, yeah, it drags on, but the script is repetitive, so, like, if you go watch it, it's like, I say stuff like, in this, if there's one thing I could say about blah, 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 this is the thing of the blah, 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 blah. Like that, and the script got so repetitive so quickly, and I'm just like, this script is trash, and it inspired me to work harder, and I did my Mortal Kombat X videos, and I think there's a noticeable jump in quality in comparison, I would say. Like, my top 15 Platinum Games bosses video, I'm proud of it, but I would change some stuff. I would cut some of the fat, and I would also make myself not sound like not sound like a dying zombie. It's like, the one segment I can say that drags on longer than any of them is the Senator Armstrong segment, as I ranked him as number 2, my second best Platinum Games boss. And I still stand by it. I still think that's the best fight in the game. Best fight in Metal Gear Solid? I wouldn't say so. But I decided to cover every single individual segment of that fight for at least a good minute or so. I think that segment lasted like 5 to 6 minutes. I'm like, come on, younger me. I mean, I'm still proud of it, but I still look back on it. I'm like, yeah, if I could go back in time, I would change this or that about that. Like, my top 15 games I played in 2015, I would just go back and erase it from existence. I'm still gonna keep it up, but keep the video up unless you guys don't want to, in which case I'll just take it down. But I'm just gonna keep it up there just as a, yeah. If you want to get into countdown making, watch that video, and that'll show you how not to do it. And I did my Mortal Kombat X video, which is I think is my first genuinely better countdown. Sorry, I didn't mean to blind my audience there. That's just a Pavlovian. That's just like an impulsive thing I have to do every time I play this game. But as I notice, I'm looking at the clock right now, and I'm just like, okay, well, time to log out of this episode and go to the next episode. So, all right. So I'm gonna stop here and continue on. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Take care.